Minister de Maio, thank you very much indeed for joining CNBC today. Mr. Zelensky has continually challenged European governments, Italy included, to do more to support it, both on the economic front and indeed militarily. Is Italy doing all it can at the moment to support Ukraine? Could it be doing more, sir?
Yesterday, there was a call between Prime Minister Mario Draghi and President Zelensky, where Italy confirmed its full support for Ukraine. Mr. Zelensky also expressed his appreciation for Italy's willingness to enter the peace talk process and find an accord. Italy has supported, is supporting, and will continue to support Ukraine.
So there are concerns, despite hopes for peace talks currently going on in Turkey, that actually this could turn into a much longer war, a much longer conflict. Does Europe need to do more militarily in cohesion with its NATO partners to actually supply more weaponry to Ukraine?
We continue to move in coordination with NATO, our allies and EU member states. Our objective is to help the Ukrainian resistance to face the Russian invasion while also coming to the table for peace talks. We believe in the Turkish initiative. We fully support Turkey in this initiative to mediate between these two parties. It's not simple. We need to have the trust between the two parties, which today does not exist. We need to continue facilitating the process to which President Zelensky has made meaningful contributions on neutrality, on Donbass, on Crimea. Now it is up to Russia and Putin in particular to demonstrate that they want peace and will work to achieve peace. All of us in this moment are working to bring third parties to the table that will bring about, as a first step, a ceasefire. The UN's initiative was very important on the issues of a ceasefire and humanitarian corridors, because we must work together to evacuate the cities in Ukraine hardest hit by Russian bombs and assailed by Russian forces.
So you mentioned a lack of trust between the two parties. You also mentioned Vladimir Putin as well. Mr. Biden has made it very clear he believes that Mr. Putin cannot remain in power in Russia over a longer term. Do you agree with that, sir?
I believe that a leadership and government change in Russia can only come from the Russian people. The work that we are doing, along with the US and the EU, is to reinforce our deterrence mechanisms. I think also of European defence abilities, a fundamental pillar that will certainly be strengthened. Unfortunately, there is a crisis, but like other crises, it has strengthened the EU and allows us to take steps forward on a common EU defence. The objective is to limit further escalation and achieve de-escalation. We are all working on that goal and will continue to do so. Again, the goal is to build trust so we can have a ceasefire and then work to a larger peace accord. The figures in Ukraine are horrifying. There are 144 dead children. Ukraine doesn't deserve the death and destruction it has been hit with. Now, there are around 4.5 million Ukrainian refugees in Europe, 1.5 million of whom are children. We must end this war as soon as possible, and all steps towards de-escalation are important.
Sir, I hear you about de-escalation, but can the West ever trust Vladimir Putin? Can you and Mr. Draghi ever trust Vladimir Putin again when many say his are the actions of a war criminal?
I think that we must continue to apply pressure on Russia, and on Putin in particular, with important actions that will bring him to the table. In the next few days, Prime Minister Draghi will have a call with Putin. De-escalation remains the objective, which we will have achieved when troops stop and diplomatic dialogue begins. We are willing to bring forward a new package of sanctions to obtain this goal. Our 4 existing sanction packages have hit Russia hard, and we are willing to continue them if necessary, with the objective of bringing Russia and Putin to the table to negotiate seriously. We need facts. We don't want to live on Russian diplomatic hopes. There is a huge international diplomatic effort underway, evidenced by the UN General Assembly vote that condemned Russia's invasion with an overwhelming majority. We have also been implementing existing sanctions, In Italy, we have seized 850 million worth of Russian oligarch assets. We will continue to do so because it serves as an important sign that hits the Russian economy, and in particular the inner circle of powerful oligarchs who may be able to convince Putin to stop.
So that's what Italy can do for Ukraine. What about its own defence? Many people believe that Europe has been naive. It has sleepwalked into a geopolitical and an energy security disaster in many fronts. There's a vigorous debate in Italy about defence spending. Do you think there even should be a debate about getting to 2% of GDP by 2024? Doesn't Italy need to do that, regardless of the political debate domestically?
Io credo che sia sulla difesa che sull'energia si troverà una soluzione.
On the issues of defence and energy, I think we will find solutions both on a national and EU level. The issue of energy is very important, as you know. Energy security is fundamental for countries that are global manufacturing powers like Italy and many others, and we must be able to diversify our energy sourcing. In the past month, I've taken trips to Algeria, Qatar, Angola, Mozambique, Congo, to create new energy partnerships and will continue to grow these relationships. We are diversifying away from our dependence on Russia to avoid any eventual threats from Russia on our gas supply and to continue our green transition with new and different energy sources. In regards to defence, the domestic debate will be resolved as long as we listen to all facets of Parliament. We all agree that we must invest in the process to bring about a real and strong common European defence system. I also note that no one, no political force, has ever asked to exit NATO.
So, if I may, two very short questions. Firstly, should Ukraine be fast-tracked into the EU?
Per noi ci sono ovviamente I trattati dell'Unione Europea da rispettare.
Of course, we must respect all EU treaties, but for us, it is very important that we give the right sign to Ukraine about entering the EU. Italy is among the countries most supportive of Ukraine's ambition to join the EU.
And finally, sir, many people, I think including many people in your own government, believe that China could be absolutely key in a diplomatic solution. How successful or otherwise have efforts been to stop China from overtly supporting Russia?
Questo lo vedremo con I fatti. Ciò che posso dire.
We will only see this in the facts. What I can say is that I spoke with China's Foreign Minister Wang Yi a few weeks ago, and we have frequently solicited all our international partners and even those actors with whom we do not agree to achieve peace and a diplomatic solution. Even China, like Turkey and many other countries, can contribute to this effort. It is very important to participate in this effort so we can collectively show Putin that a diplomatic solution is a better option for him than to carry on with this war that is resulting in thousands of deaths, including among Russian soldiers. The Wall Street Journal reports that around 40,000 Russian soldiers are missing in action, gravely injured or dead. What we are seeing today is carnage that includes not only the Ukrainian side, but also the Russian.